Hey there, team.
Hey.
Amanda here. I have Tash in the house with me today. So, Tash is one of my leadership experience accelerator clients, and she has a very specific challenge that she wanted to overcome. So, I've invited her to riff on this one live, and we're going to record it and put it in the group for everyone. Tash, tell us a little bit about you and what you're hoping to achieve out of our session today.
Okay, so working for a very successful retailer, I am looking to employ some very young humans as a first time job experience. I've had lots of time with older applicants, but this is going to be breaking into a new area with younger school aged um, candidates.
I love that, Tash. And so you'll forgive me as I'll speak to the viewers at home as we go along as well. So, what I love specifically about this is Tash has taken it upon herself to, go out of her way to provide opportunities to new job seekers. So, people that haven't entered the market before. And give me a couple of reasons that you've done that, Tash. What are you thinking? What's your rationale behind that?
So fresh new faces to work with that have no expectation of what the job space is. Um, I'm definitely in an industry or an area that is going to be super exciting and will have lots of people applying for it. And to give them the best experience they can have to set them up as they move through and start applying for other positions.
Awesome, awesome. And as a leader, the beauty of this, and I know this because I used to do it myself, the younger you can get them, as long as they're passionate. So this is what Tash and I were discussing before. You can't train passion and you can't train enthusiasm. We can teach people skills, absolutely. And we can also pick people that show promise in certain areas, which is what we're about to unpack. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to map out Tash's interview strategy so that we're making sure that she's picking the best possible candidates. So yes, we can hire for passion and attitude and excitement and enthusiasm, and then we look for the potential in them. So I absolutely love this. And as Tash is one of my rock star leaders, as I said in the LX Accelerator, she's really passionate about growing people, helping them to develop. And this is an awesome strategy that she's come up with. So let's start to unpack it. So tell me what you've got so far, Tash, and I'll start mapping all of this out.
Okay, so multiple applicants, and I wanted to do a group session slash interview as opposed to one on one. I guess the age group, a one on one with me, I think could be a little daunting, but I
But
think in
yep,
a group situation, we can definitely, we can look at more candidates, and with the caliber of people that I've had applying, that gives everyone an equal opportunity.
yeah, that's awesome. And it is a great strategy. So Tash hit on a couple of really important points there. Saves Tash time. So running a store of this size and this volume, you need to look for ways to be time efficient. And so this is a great strategy. And it also gives you the opportunity to see how they're going to interact with each other. And because we're talking about a high volume retail store. So they're going to be interacting with all kinds of people from all walks of life, uh, different abilities, all of those things that we need to take into consideration. So it's really important that we see how they interact with each other. And Tash made a really awesome point. If they're, sort of 13 to 15-year-olds, this is their first opportunity to be interviewed. So let's make it as fun and exciting and pressure off as possible. Love it. So tell me about what you've got planned for this group session.
Okay, so two ideas that I'm floating around at the moment. The first one, having 10 candidates in the room, but
Mm-hmm.
separating into two groups.
Yes.
Um, the first exercise would be giving them a box of Lego each, just bits and pieces,
Hmm.
asking them to build us a superhero with a backstory.
Nice. And so what does that show you?
how they can interact. It's going to show me those who are confident with themselves and want to lead.
Mm-hmm.
It'll also give me those who may be a little bit too confident. So it's once again about the interaction and how they're going to be with other customers. And it shows me the imagination and the passion side of things.
Yes. Excellent. So we get to see how they interact with others. Excellent. So you'll get them to do this in groups.
Yep.
Amazing. So how they lead, if they lead, or if they sort of sit back and let the other people do the work. So based on your experience, Tash, what do you like? Who's your ideal candidate? Are they leaders? Are they more followers? What are you looking for in these team members?
I'm looking for those who can step up and lead,
Mhm.
but have awareness of those around them so they don't become the entire focal point.
Got it. That's awesome. That's awesome. And there's a lot of opportunity for amazing visual merchandising skills in your particular environment. So the imagination piece will work a treat. And is that what specific tasks were you wanting to have them do when they come in? So if they get hired, what specific tasks will they be doing?
So they will be doing a lot of counter service.
Okay.
They will be out on the floor with customers and moving around with them, finding out what the customer needs and attending to, if it's mum with 3 children, include making sure everybody's included in that group chat. So there are things, obviously, we'd like them to have some broader product knowledge, and whether it's across pop vinyls or whether it's across any of the hardware that we sell in there,
Mm-hmm.
being able to talk to that and being aware enough of who they're chatting to. So, yeah, I guess it's really looking for those people that can interact with all the different age groups.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. No, okay. So they will mainly be working with people that are coming into the store.
Yep. They will
Awesome.
do some of our merchandising as well,
Cool.
obviously, because that's a large part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
So the tasks such as stock and receiving items and things like that, not so much, but
Yeah.
definitely in the more visible and fun parts of the job.
Nice. Awesome. And it's one of the best places. I think everyone should have to do retail as a compulsory part of their education because you learn so much about people and you just learn so much about interacting with people and solving challenges and solving problems. So absolutely, I love it. Okay. Tell me about this second activity you've got planned, Tash.
Okay, so the second activity, we are going to have the 2 groups again, and the
Mm-hmm.
scenario laid out for them will be they have a twins' birthday party. So they have to buy gifts for the twins, and they'll have some hints as to what the twins are into, what their excitement side of things comes to,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be focused around, they'll be given a certain amount of money um, and a time frame to do it in, so that once again we can watch the basics of thinking outside the box a little bit or being able to move around the store and find items
Yes.
that will work for the present, and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of maths in there as well, because
Yes.
they've got
Nice.
a handful of cash that or play money.
Excellent. No, I love it. So tell me, you got to tell the viewers at home about the play money. I want to hear
Oh,
about
okay.
that.
So our play money is going to have Disney characters on it, Nintendo characters, and Star Wars characters. So we are actually, I'm going to make the money for them.
That's amazing. That's brilliant. So just an added layer of fun there. So you'll notice what Tash has done really effectively. So remembering that we are dealing with our younger humans. So Tash has gone out of her way to create layers that will make them feel at ease. And it'll feel more like they're actually playing a party game than they're being interviewed. So Tash, tell me about, so that they're amazing. So what you've got here is absolutely sensational. Tell me a little bit about how you plan to observe the applicants. Will you have other team members taking notes? Tell me a little bit about that.
So at this time, hopefully My field manager above me will be on board, and one of my other staff, because I've yet to chat to them, I've broadly given them an idea.
Nice.
So I was hoping to have three of us in there, so we can all be watching the groups, taking notes on each of the candidates, so that at the end of it all, we can sit and have a discussion on it.
Mhm.
And I think by having three of us move in and out between the groups, um, and not so much helping, but just observing with them and chatting will make it feel less like the interview side of things as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and are you doing this in store? Is that the plan?
It'll
After
be in
hours
store
or
after hours.
got it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So what you have is amazing. There's a couple of pieces that I'd like to add in just so that you have all of the information that you need to make an informed decision. Is it okay if I throw these in the mix?
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. Okay. So how I see it playing out, so you have them come in, let them have a chat, let them mingle, let them see. So first up here, so let them see how they interact. Or sorry, let you see. So let them interact without direct input from you. So not that you're avoiding them, but let them come in and say, so are you going to sit them down or are they going to stand? What's the plan there?
I think we'll just have them moving around. They'll probably stand.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So bring them in. They're not all going to arrive at the same time, and that's okay. If you can, even if you pretend that you're closing off for the day, if you haven't already closed off for the day, pretend you're closing off some reports or something like that, and then have them interact, say, come on in and make a friend. That's the instruction. Let them interact. Set them the challenge of making a friend. So just see how they go in a cold interaction that they don't think they're being supervised for. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So excuse yourself and so I just got to finish this reporting, got to get it to head office by, 5:45 or whatever it is. And you're busy doing your thing. You're in earshot, you can still hear them, or you've got a team member that is wandering around pretending to pick some online orders or do a cyclic stock count or something like that, right?
Nice.
So they're indirectly being observed. And then take on that information. The second thing I would say, so you've got your applicants there, let them interact, then call them together formally, get them to introduce themselves to you and the rest of the room. So what we're trying to do here, or what we are doing here, is we're giving them the opportunity to think on the spot, because we're going to say, let's say your name, your school as an example, favorite game, video, board, favorite game. Doesn't have to be a video game, could be a board game, could be sport, whatever it is. And then a fun fact about them that not many people know.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll just make a note so it's not many people know, because that will force them to think and it'll give you an indication of how they think on their feet, which is what we're looking for there. And also, you're looking for the ones that have a little bit of magic, a little bit of personality, just that X factor that can just, I'm not going to say put it on, but give you a little bit of something special with that fun fact. Does that make sense?
We are looking for the magic.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking for that magic there. So that's your second piece there. So you've got, let me get my red pen out. So that one, and then these here. So we want them to interact, we want them to make a friend. Then we're going to sit down and bring it into session, if you like, and we're going to ask those formal questions. Then you can explain to them, okay, team, we're going to do 2 activities. You're going to have the best time ever. It's so much fun. Just be yourselves, just jump in. And we're here if you have any questions. So here specifically, what you want to look for, if there are ones that you want a fine balance between I'm asking the right questions. You don't want the ones that, it's not that we don't want them, we just need to be aware of it. If they're asking no questions and they're just going, bullheaded, like racing towards it without all the information, that could be a challenge. Or if they're asking too many questions, that could be a challenge. So just looking for the ones that are self-sufficient enough and that are also willing to get input. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Definitely.
Awesome. So that piece there. So then run your activities. How long are you planning for this to go for, Tash?
Probably, I'm thinking 10 minutes,
Yeah.
15 at the outside for each activity.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
going to
good.
be a really protracted thing. We're going to have mums and dads there as well, waiting for them. So,
Yeah, of course, of course. I don't know. Look, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know two things. I don't know if there'd still be a coffee shop open in your center. Two, I don't know if you have the budget for it, but if you can shout the mums and dads coffee,
magic.
right? Because then they've got something to sit down and do. Just throwing that out there. And team playing at home, think about, so even when we're looking to hire someone, it is so important that they put their best foot forward and we put our best foot forward, right? So it's about showcasing that we're a great place to work as well, because when we do that, we'll attract the right type of people. So really important that we do that as well. So we're looking for how they interact, how and if they lead, and we're looking for that imagination piece there. And then in the second activity, I really love this one. So the twins' birthday party. So the main thing there is this one kind of looks after itself, but like you said, there's a couple of layers there. So just making sure that you've got a way. I don't know if you want to have a checklist to make it easier for the team members that are there. So you can have, okay, so they were able to work out the cash. They were able to consider both of the twins. So we're looking for that detail focus there.
Yeah.
So, the details. And how much information are you going to give them about what the twins are into?
Haven't really nutted that out just yet. I don't want to make it too specific so that it stifles what they look for.
Yeah.
Um,
You could say,
feedback for that one would be great.
what was that?
Feedback for that one would be great.
Right. So, yeah, so you want them to provide the best possible solution. Also, you don't want to stifle their creativity. So, what would a parent or a friend or a family member typically know? What information could they give us? So it could be something like last Christmas, we played the new Mario Kart game and she really enjoyed that. And I know that the other sister was a big fan of this particular anime, One Piece, for example. And like, just if you give them 3 tidbits of information, so maybe here's a smart way to do it. So 3 tidbits, one that one twin really likes, one that the other twin really likes, and one thing that they both like.
Cool.
Yeah, that works. And then it's not too much information, it's just enough information for them. And what we're also going to look for, are you going to create the scenario so that they can ask for feedback? Can they ask for more information?
Yes.
Cool. So we're also looking for that. Ask for more info. Because we want them to get the whole story. So again, so we want to balance that enthusiasm with their curiosity. So if they hear, oh, One Piece, and just go running looking for some One Piece pop vinyls, for example, that's great. Also, if they ask a little bit more information, even if it's just what is their favorite character?
Yeah.
What's their favorite One Piece character? So we're looking for that as well. And then once you've done the activities and you've gotten the information you need, and it's really important, and this is for those playing at home as well, super important that you get the information you need without it feeling like you're writing everything down. So really good if one of the team members can be present with them, and you're sort of taking on what would you call it? So you're taking on the information passively. So you're observing them and you're taking mental notes, and then maybe have another team member who's dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and they're sort of standing off a little bit so that they're not as intimidating. So, and really just stress to them that we're all here to have a great time. We're just here to get to know each other. There's no pressure. And they'll perform at their best under those circumstances. And then we just need to put a little bow in it, as I like to say. So we're just going to tie it off with a little bow. That is a terrible bow. Please don't go to my drawing or art school. Leadership I can help you with, probably not drawing or writing or spelling. So hold me to that. Now, tie a little bow in it. So how can you conclude the session? Main thing is tell them all they did a great job. Great effort, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. So make them all feel like that they're welcome and that they were important. So thank them. So gratitude. And then it's really important that you leave them with their next steps. So what will the next steps be, Tash?
Okay, so the next step would be contacting each of them that has attended to let them know whether they were successful.
Awesome. Cool. So, and so give them a time frame. So we always want to give them a sense of control and understanding. So what would the time frame be? We'll let you know by, or we'll let you know in the next amount of time. What would it be?
We would let them know within a week.
Okay. Oh, my pen's not working. Stand by. There we go. So within a week. Fantastic. Excellent. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to contact me.
Definitely.
Beautiful. And then, so were you planning on having the parents come and pick them up, or what was the plan? So the parents come back at X amount of time?
Yeah, I was going to ask the parents to come back and pick them up, but offer them, say they are more than welcome to stay. The only concern I had there was if mum and dad are around, that may be some added pressure for the kids. So
exactly. And just be transparent about that, Tash. So, and remembering, so parents are wonderful humans. They can also be very protective mama and papa bears.
Yeah.
And they bears of their creatures. So their little creatures. So remembering that just in the delivery. So say, hey, you're more than welcome to stay. Based on previous experience, I have found that, and this is a bit of a furphy, but it's you have interviewed people millions of times, Tash. So people perform better when they're able to shine their own light, right? And if mum and dad are there, if parent or guardian are there, it can sometimes affect their ability to shine as bright as they might like to. So just say, based on previous experience, when they're here and they're able to operate on their own terms, we get better results. Entirely up to you. Give it because remembering you're going to be working in partnership with the parents there. So important to build that rapport. And then just when the parents come to pick them up, repeating back, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it's a school night. I appreciate this is, eating into family time, dinner time, homework time, all of that time. Just to keep you in the loop, we will be in contact by next Friday to update everyone. And we had a great session. Thank you so much again. Any questions, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Awesome, Tash. That's great. I think you're going to do really well with that. Now, do you have any questions on any of those pieces?
No, I don't think so at the moment. I think I need to flesh out a little bit more what we're actually going to do, and then I will probably run that through with you.
That sounds like a plan to those viewing at home. Have an awesome rest of your day. I know this has been helpful even. And if you do have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'll catch you soon.